Live action here. We are going into the women's final of the EDP Vissla Ericeira Pro, presented by Estrella Galicia. We've got Luana Silva, Alyssa Spencer in the water. I suppose we've been talking about it a bit, Chico, but I was actually up in the top of the beach there with Antonio Silva. Hold on one thought. Spencer can't get that one, but Silva does. So the first wave of the final, Luana Silva. Oh. Nice first turn, loads of spray. A nice little second turn. Now she drives around. It's a good pace to this wave. And a finish, and can she hang on? And she does. So just as I said, it's a good pace. It quickly stopped having any pace at all. But it was a three-turn combo. Luana Silva, Brazilian parents, but raised in Hawaii.
Yeah, it was a nice, clean, open face. Just really allowed her to get critical on that first turn there. Backs it up with a second carving manoeuvre and then throws it up so late for that finishing turn and sticks it. So she's going to be happy with that. It's a good start to the final. That first turn was definitely a highlight. Sort of a little transitional turn here, coming through to the inside, and that last manoeuvre was just so critical. I'm surprised she even stuck that, actually. It was really, really good.
She actually had a bit more time, I think, Chico, to get to that last manoeuvre. Not quite sure why she was late. A slight error. I mean, she did pull it off, but those first two turns were so powerful. This one here, just a little bit of a missed time, but still had enough technique and power to just muscle through it. And she's looking at the little inside runner, and she's going to go this wave. So she's paddling ferociously, and she just gets into it. Spencer comes around the corner. First turn's a little bit of a check turn. You can see just fanging down the line, waiting for an open section. There it is there. A little carve. Not a lot of spray, considering how much she can go. She's looking at those vertical sections. That's the strength, and there it is there. A little squirt of the juice right in the tail. And there's a second one to back it up. And she's going to go for a much bigger finish. And went for too big a finish.
And a bit of a contrast here on the Alyssa's wave. She had to run a bit down the line. She gets a snap. Nice carving snap here, and I like this one. This one was money, bang off the top, and a bit of a mistake here with a fall at the end. She was on her way to a really good number, and well, making. I was speaking to Matt Myers just before the final, and he told me she hasn't fall yet. The whole event, and she did like this on wood. Like
she touched wood. That's
touched wood 3 times, and she has the fall. So. Yeah, a bit of a mistake there, and let's see how she resets from that.
Yeah, and you mentioned how that west swell comes in, and we just talked about how it's a little bit quicker than you expect. So of all the other days, you take your time, but this time had to rush it. And Silva right behind up, different contrasts and styles. Luana, a little carve back to the power source there. Now starts to put on the gas, looking for a section. Fanging down the line. It's going to be trying a big one here if she can. A big closeout. And she goes for it. And she's got that in a locker. She's got a big closeout belt. She doesn't need, she's grown up surfing Sunset, Haleiwa. She knows how to deal with really, really juicy sections. And that is what she's just done there.
Well, here we go. I think I get Luana. Thank you. So it takes off out the back. Nice sort of setup carve here. Lining up this inside section, she's got so much speed here. She eyes off this end section, releases the fins, spins the board into reverse, and absolutely makes it this angle right here. Look at how she hits that section with so much speed and power. That was unbelievable. But I'm going to say best turn of the event for the women so far.
She's going again, though. Live action. Nice big first turn. Waits around, drives through the soup with ease. Puts the foot on the brakes and then goes again. Nice bit of spray. Now she's looking for a finish here. Cracks it, and this time she rides out strong. Wow. So Spencer, she learned a lesson. There's Matt Myers there. He likes it. The coach of the crew. And Cole Hauschman there. He likes it. And he's really pumped on that surfing from Spencer. Flick. This is a big wave too.
Yeah, it was a big wave. That first turn was really well timed. This turn here, she kind of gets a little hung, and it's the only thing that sort of leaves a question mark in my brain, but the rest of this wave surfed really, really well. That finishing manoeuvre timed really well. It wasn't an easy section to hit, that last one, with all that foam in the face of the wave. But yeah, really well-timed couple of turns here, and it's going to be I'm really interested to see where the judges go. Just got to take it back to Luana's sort of, well, it was like that carving manoeuvre straight into that crazy single turn we saw. But because this is 3 big belts on a bigger set wave.
Yeah, And I'll tell you who's interested in the score as well is Matty Myers, the coach. We have Alyssa Spencer, who's down on the beach with Joanna Garnell. And we see Luana here, Flick. Just looked good from the start, but just couldn't quite finish it off.
Yeah, nice first carving turn. Cranks it up there in the lip, a little bit more tight for that carving manoeuvre. Tries to throw it up here for that third one, but yeah, she's just too late. It's kind of like she tried to fit in that second turn.
Spencer's in the right position here, she thinks.
Wow.
Here she goes, it's a big, clean, open Bells Beach looking wave. She waits for a long time, and there she goes, hooks in the pocket, pretty vicious. Second one, drives through the bottom end. You can see the fins just shattering as she drove through that section. Does it again, so belts it off the back, and a big finish here.
Wow.
They talked about her coach just identifying that end section as a place with lots of potential for big points. And again, Spencer just in the right spot in the lineup on the biggest wave we've seen perhaps of the whole event, and she drove through those 4 sections with ease.
Hey, you can just see the size of this one as she took off, glides around this section, and I love what Matt said. She just really is super patient for a goofy footer. Goofy footers tend to be pretty like, okay, give me the section, but she just has this beautiful patience and timing to all her waves. This last turn here, super critical, sort of an airdrop to finish.
And that's where you get the points, Shiko, like a bit of risk. That little airdrop in that end section means that she was right in the pocket, adds a bit of spice. And this angle here will show that well.
Yeah, I really enjoy the positioning. She really readjusted in the water to the conditions. She understood that the tide is dropping and there's some big west balls coming. And these last turns, as you said, are money. Like she got a 8 and now a 8.5 with this last one. And the judges have been loving it, that last critical maneuver.
And you can't really hit the lip, but she's managing to get up just before the...
Coming into this finals day with the best conditions we've seen all week, she's feeling great.
Yeah, and this wave looks great. Look, a long, stretched out, well, not as big, but we'll see what Silva can do. Nice and patient at the first, goes through one of those boils, cut back to the source, looking for a steeper section here. Engage the rail again. Nice cut back, a bit of rebound for a bit of action there. It's a steeper section. Nice carve in the pockets, a smooth surfing. Another similar turn. And now she sees a little steeper inside bit. There's a classic Silva, a nice wrap. And another. Now she'll be looking down the line for a finish. And this time she does complete it just on the rocks. So again, they like it because that was just really, really well linked. I think the flow was great. And I tell you what, she put on the line on the rocks at the end as well. Tell me what you liked about this flick.
What I liked is what you said, the flow and just the transitions between turns. She got super critical on the inside. However, this roundhouse, that was money. I loved a roundhouse. I feel like they're really underrated. There's such a beautiful turn to watch. She got really busy on this inside section and finished this wave off with a pretty dynamic carve, surfing with a lot of speed here. So that was great to watch. But I just don't know how it's going to stack up to the size of Alyssa Spencer's. I mean, I look at Alyssa's waves and they were almost double the size of Luana's. And I think positioning is a major thing to do with that. Shiko, you spoke about it, but Alyssa was positioned so much wider in the takeoff zone. You know, Luana still sitting quite deep up the peak when she took off on this one. So just a different sort of wave. She surfed it really, really well. And these two women are the two informed women of this event. Beautiful surfing.
Yeah, and it had so much bowl to it, didn't that wave, Shiko? It had that real steep section, so... Welcome back to live action from the EDP Vissla Pro. This is the final. Luana Silva, she just saw a big wave, big set, but she ejects. No opportunity on that wave, so instead of fanging down the line, she just kicked out early. Here we go, though. So Silva without priority, and she gets pretty close to her opponent there. And Spencer goes first. Nice first turn. There's that patience we're talking about. Just sort of shatters the ball down to get this next section. Comes around the corner. A nice little turn, but no wave there. So potential, not an error. She kind of had to go. Silva pushed it all the way.
That last carving maneuver was really good too. So I'm going to be, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a close score on that one. And this is Alyssa's score wave. Nice bit of just a kick out snap.
Not a good time. Hold that thought because she is up and riding. Silva needing a massive number. Nice little carve and wrap. It's got a nice pace to it as well. Here she goes. Can she hit the lip? Oh, she doesn't. So much spray. And then a nice little cut down. Comes down the steeper inside section. Fangs it around. Gets the tail out, and she's still got one more section. Another. And she's got one more. The rocks are closed, but she finishes it off. And she can't finish off because she lands on dry rocks. But really, really well served from Luana. The crowd like it.
She needs an 8.77, so it's a big score, right? It would be the highest score of the heat. The question is this the highest score of the heat? That turn right there, money. It was beautiful. This next couple of carving manoeuvres, sort of transitional. She's getting down the line here, looking for a bit more of a lip to hit. Beautiful surfing. Unfortunately, with not making this finish as well, in my mind, it's definitely not the highest wave of the heat. I also look at just the size of the wave and I've got to compare it to Alyssa's waves. For me, it's a no. And the job's going to be a lot harder for Luana right now. I mean, she's got 4 minutes 20 on the clock. She's got to get back out the back. But Alyssa Spencer's got priority. So it's going to be pretty hard. Not impossible, but hard.
Yeah, and Chico, it didn't have that kind of wow factor. Some of Alyssa's waves, we sort of took an intake of breath on some of the turns. It's involuntary, and that's when you know it's good. I mean, the surfing is highly, impressive, but just that only one of those big sections that she really opened up.
Well, I think it was different approaches. I really enjoyed this bottom turn.
There's Spencer just getting carried up the beach, the surfing tradition, and she's absolutely wrapped, as well she should be. And Luana Silva, well, surfed well. Second place, another massive result for her. She'll go up the rankings as well. She doesn't know whether to laugh or cry, I think. And she gets through this packed beach. Not easy getting through that. The throngs of Portuguese surf fans. And there she is, getting all the way up to the podium. So David Silva and Jake Marshall are in the water as we speak. The men's final has commenced. But right now it's time to soak up.
You're a savage.
This is
dominating day.
You're a savage.
That's cool. I like that. Let's see if that sticks.
Spencer the Savage.
Yeah, Alyssa Savage.
She is. She's been steely. She's been dynamic. And she's been impressive from start to finish.